And I'd like to say hello to those of you who are on my YouTube channel. I'm not broadcasting the usual way, so I'm actually up close and personal in your faces this evening. So, hello, 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 hello. I like to say Mondays are good days. Of course, they are. We provide you with so much information, keeping you in the know, music, news, so many things going on at different times in different places. What? Good evening, Pat. Pat, tell me what you're hearing right now. Let me know how the broadcast is coming across. Yes, yes, yes. And so I'm saying hello, 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 hello to you, and you. Don't forget the show is also broadcast on CaribbeanVibesRadio.com, also Unity Gospel Radio out of Sunrise in Florida, and SignRadio.net. I'm broadcasting on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM this afternoon. And as you know, yesterday we celebrated what again? Emancipation Day, and it is being recognized today. And so I am saying hello to everyone who has embraced over these many, many, many years the fact that we are emancipated. You might feel as though you're not. But can I tell you, emancipation comes in all different forms. It's not just about the slavery aspect of it, which was grueling, evil, and should not have ever happened to our ancestors. But did you know we also need to be emancipated from several other things, which I would also like to talk about this afternoon during or keeping you in the know alongside Chris Wilby, because we think of emancipation from that grueling process of the slave master and so on. But there are some very important facets of our humanity and how we think that we also need to be emancipated from. So I welcome everyone to the show this afternoon. And don't forget, my name is Lady D. Denise Gomez. We celebrated independence recently, and of course, now it has flown right into emancipation. And on August 6th, which is this coming Friday, we will be celebrating our independence 59, 59, that big number there, 59. And I don't know about you, but I know that it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that we are celebrating our Jamaica independence. And there are people who will tell you and have big conversations too, and even get all bent out of shape about it, that we are not emancipated, we are not walking in the true independence spirit. And that might well be so, but you have your part to play. I have my part to play. And I'm also letting you know that for this week, meaning today and Thursday, the Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency, in association with New Testament Temple Church of God and the 12th District of the Bronx, will be hosting the ninth staging of Fun in the Sun on Saturday, August 7th, which is this coming Saturday. And so I am featuring, all that has been happening, um, for Fun in the Sun, all the things that we do. And we have our artists. This past week, last week, Saturday, I interviewed Judith Gale and Carly Davis, who are part of our artist lineup this year. And on Friday, I interviewed two of our groups who are doing very, very well. I must commend Heaven Sent and Praise Expressed for their exceptional interviewing skills that they did with me on Friday. They were good. I enjoyed the interview with them. And so I just want to reach out to everyone to say, hey, guess what? You have never been to Fun in the Sun. You've heard me here for years. Ever since it started in 2002, I have been here promoting and interviewing people and playing the selections of all our artists. But I know some of you have never been, and there are several of you who have. This year being the ninth year, that ought to make a significant impact on you. And I would like to invite you to join us on Saturday. Now, we start at 10 o'clock, and well, we have our Children's Village, we have our Wealthy Village. The Wealthy Village, you'll be getting all the investment information and everything that you need, and we are there to give you that. We do have our title sponsor, Victoria Mutual Building Society. So they have the Building Society, the Wealth Management, and they have the Wealth, the Building Society, and one other piece that will not come to me right now. But anyway, so you can come on out, those of you who want to invest in Jamaica and buy your property and put it up for investment, not necessarily that you want to go back home to live there, but you can get all that information. We'll be having our pop-up vaccine centers. Mount Vernon Health Center are also joining us there. And you will be getting the information that you need. You need to be vaccinated, or you need to just get checked or something. They will be there. So I want to say thanks to Empress Audrey and the team over there at Mount Vernon Health Center, because they are joining us again. And it's not their first time, by the way. Not their first time. So good evening, everyone. It's a mouthful, but it's worth the while, because I want you to be in the know as to what to expect at Fun in the Sun this year. Also, we have our Children's Village, and they have their own entertainment component going on in the Children's Village. So please, it's a community engagement event. We are free. You don't have to pay anything to come in. All you need is a wristband, so we can get a count of the number of people who will be on the field with us. It's at Evander Charles Football Field, 800 East Gun Hill Road in the Bronx. Also, I want to say thanks to Pat, because Pat came 2 years ago, and it was nice to see her, and I believe she had a great time with us. And also everybody else. So please come on out, enjoy the performances and everything that will be taking place there. I don't want you to miss a beat. I want you there. I don't want you not to be there. That don't make no sense, does it? No, you have to be there to join me. So please join me. Don't forget to tune in. And I'll be co-emceeing there on the stage with Tommy Cowan out of Jamaica. And it should be a nice mix between Tommy and Lady D. So we'll be there as well. So please support, support, support. Come hear us doing what we love to do, and be a part of it, and just say, oh, I want to just check out Lady D today, kind of thing. She says she emceeing. Let's see what she can do. So come on, come on out and enjoy the Fun in the Sun with us Can I tell you, we can't wait for it to come. Yeah, man, it's exciting and it's a good feel. So please be a part of it with us, won't you? Those of you who'd like to log on to my YouTube channel, I am on. So please, Inside the Zone with Lady D. Special bless ups to everyone tuning in today because you are going to enjoy. But in keeping with my independence flow, because you know I'm a yarn. I am from Jamaica. I tell everybody all the time I'm Jamaica. So here we go with some great selections for you on a Monday. Hey Ryan. Ryan, I don't understand. You know, you're late. Late, Ryan. You shouldn't be late. Nice to see you. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Yeah.
Hi, Lady D.
Oh, I had sent you the number. He's calling me, I guess. There's an
Oh,
anonymous
you text
number.
him.
I don't know. It's the same number. Anyway, let me jump on.
This is number to call you on?
Yeah.
Your cell phone number?
Alrighty, let me run to the phone line, see who is on the line, who wants to talk to me. Hello.
Yes, I want to talk to you and your audience. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you? How may I help you today?
Yes, well, not as good as you. Not as good as you.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Well, I will have a little bit of information where I was doing. I mean, congrats to Jamaica. Or they were changing the year from 876 to 162.
Absolutely.
Even for a day or two. Right?
Even for a day or two. That's fine. Mm-hmm.
Right. Somebody once said to, we're going to use this victory and help to quell the violence in Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
and in New York.
Mm-hmm. And how are we going to do that now?
Well, we're going to use the same energy that will feel good and feel proud about our nation.
Right.
That instead of facing the violence
Mm-hmm.
that you have scored,
Yes,
we're going to say, well, de-escalation.
that's right. Okay. And
Using
Mhm.
the same energy,
yes.
I mean, it's very hard to do everything. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody come out to call you for say, boy, you got to start trusting that person over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you have
Mm-hmm.
to find a way to do it. And one of the ways, the one who said the threat, they should be doing some volunteer work. Okay?
I hear that.
Use that energy and turn
Yes.
it around.
Absolutely. I'm there with you. Who should I say is
Right.
talking to me this afternoon? You mind? So
Well, we don't go by names because we want to focus
you have an
on the
alias?
message.
You work with an
No,
alias?
we want to focus on the message, not the messenger.
I get that. Okay. I got you.
So, but I wanted to be some information left. There is a bill in Congress, right? It's called the H.RMS,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's a resolution that 197 is from the 150th Congress.
Okay.
And this bill is sponsored by Electric Class, Congresswoman Electric Class. It was started in 2019.
Hello.
And it's the bill for the responsible.
Yes, there's a number in the text there that I sent.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
No, so we have
Yes,
to
Debbie, look in the
get
number
caught
which
up in the
I just
electric
sent it
class and
again.
after what's going on with that bill.
You should send it to my
I
phone.
sent it to
So we have to get organized.
the-
So last
what is the
American
information
was
here, sir?
still
the 954907.
197 of the 100.
7347?
Was
Yes,
referred to the subcommittee on
Is it by
terrorism,
WhatsApp
crime,
or by text?
and
by regular text.
Right?
No, I don't see
Okay.
it.
That committee is Hakeem Jeffries. Everybody knows that. Hakeem Jeffries.
All right, the number is 914
So now, this phone
600
number is 718
Uh-huh.
4228.
237 2311. It's an
Mhm.
office
Okay.
for us. Then what's going on with resolution HRRES that 197 of the 100 Congress? Since he was referred to his subcommittee, not his committee, but he's on the subcommittee on
Mhm.
terrorism, crime, and security, right?
Okay.
And his email address is
Mhm.
Hakeem@gmail.com.
Okay.
Hakeem Jeffrey,
Mm-hmm.
LOA@gmail.com.
Okay.
Just ask him what's going on. They can call you when you start from the food learning and their office in Brooklyn. I think it's the 9th Congressional District. And we can ask them what's going on with that system. You want to know the amount of jobs. If you start something with the packing of the people and how this works, if they don't get the phone calls or emails or text or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or this,
Mm-hmm.
they need numbers to go by. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And exploring your audience, and I know you have an exclusive audience, and you know, you can't tell them some kind of know everything, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So kind of see what they can do to get this to work.
All right. Thank you so much for the information.
Yes, man.
All right. Blessings.
And
Bye-bye.
Mr. John, I say you have a very polished voice.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. All righty. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. All righty. All right. Let me run to the phone line because I think I've been waiting on this call and finally we're about to have a conversation. Blessings, Papa San. How are you, sir? How are you? How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. All the time. Yes, yes, yes. It's a pleasure having you. That's yes, that's fine. I will deal with you when I see you. That's all right. It's a pleasure having you, ladies and gentlemen. Fun in the Sun is this coming Saturday, August 7th, and Papa San is back with us again. And it is always, always a pleasure having you, Papa San, at Fun in the Sun, because many people have heard you over the years, Papa San, and it's almost like every time they hear you, it's new. But before we get into that, that was just a little teaser. How are you doing? Yes. Yes, yes. How did you manage during the COVID-19 pandemic when things were really, really bad?
You know, that's just that we got us through and we continue to do so. It's just a matter of
Absolutely. Give God thanks. Yes, so now we are going to be having you this year. I'm sure the energy will be high because there's a lot of praise for what he has done to spare our lives, and he's watching over those who have lost their loved ones. So much to give thanks for. What are we to expect this year? Anything new?
I'm that type of person that might do comes with the food. I don't know, you know, whether that might be the flow of the Holy Spirit, that we got that comes with food. But no, they don't have been done with the
None.
to do, you know.
Yes.
Grant us the spirit and the food that when we go back to movies and just let us have fun and celebrate. Because it's the first concert from the never
Mm-hmm.
working through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what people can enjoy themselves. So we have a time.
It's about time, and you're right, because there are several event planning committees here that have not done anything. I mean, some major event organizers here, and they have not done a thing. But Fun in the Sun decided that one, it's ministry, two, it's community, and that's what we wanted to achieve out of everything. Of course, adhering to the protocols, but we really want people to maintain as far as possible, do everything that we need to do, but come and give praise and meet somebody new and hear Papa San and Carlene and Judith and Praise Express and Heaven Sent and everybody who will be on the stage to do something. So give us a bless up, bless up, bless up now, Papa San, before you go. See, I have to go practice that. I have to go practice that, Papa San. But I'm so happy you spent a few minutes just to let everybody know that you'll be with us this coming Saturday at Evander Childs Football Field, 800 East Gun Hill Road in the Bronx, off East Gun Hill Road. You can't miss it. It's the Evander Childs High School football field. And we start at 10. The main performances begin at 2:30 p.m., but there's so much going on at 10 o'clock. So, Papa San, I can't even repeat what you just said. I'm going home to go practice it. But blessings to you and looking forward to seeing Debbie. Yes, and we'll be in good company together. So God bless and keep you.
Looking forward to see you as well. Just for all the family and everybody for us.
Yes, will do. I'll pass the information on. All right, take it easy.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, that's the voice of Papa San there for you. He'll be joining the Fun in the Sun stage. Papa San has been with us, maybe going like, this year will be the 9th. I think he has been with us maybe about 7 out of the 9. I think maybe 2 years he didn't come. But whenever he comes, it's, as we would say, off the chain. It rock, it big, it bad, it's just good. I must apologize to my YouTubers this evening. My normal method of streaming is not optimal this evening, hence my inability to broadcast the way I would have liked. And so, if you are able to tune in to the Linkage Radio tune in broadcast, then you may do so. Jump on over to tune in because the audio will certainly be better there for you. And our guest DJ this year is DJ Apache Finger. DJ Apache will be joining us for Fun in the Sun this year. He was there in 2019, so he's now like family member. So Apache will be joining us, and it's going to be fun. We are looking forward. We're now doing our checklist, that kind of thing. And it's a lot, but it's going to be good. It's both in person, so people will be coming on the field to enjoy the event, and we'll also be airing it live. So, you can log on to Fun in the Sun, NYC Bronx. That's on our Facebook page. Fun in the Sun, NYC, both on our Instagram, and also funinthesun.nyc on our website. And I'll be streaming it on Saturday from my YouTube channel because customarily on a first Saturday in a month, I host my online platform called Gifted Fingers Touching Lives. But because Fun in the Sun falls on the first Saturday, I'm just going to carry it, that kind of thing. So, but as far as possible, if you're able to come on over and be with us, I would love to have you. So please, please don't disappoint me. Let me see you and run, come over and say, hey, Lady D, I'll hear you, and just greet me, man. I'll be there too happy to see you and to greet you and to big you up and bless you up, that kind of thing. Don't forget at 6 o'clock, we are going to be tuning in to keeping you in the know with the news happenings and facts. So please tune in then so we can have some newscast for you and all of that good stuff. So hello, 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 everyone. Taking you, of course, back to some more of, I love my Jamaica. It's independence, emancipation. And you heard the gentleman called just now talking about the proclamation and this and that. And so, information is important. There are some people who can grasp information readily, some are delayed. Some feel as though they're in information overload. You can only give them bite sized pieces. We all receive information at different levels. And it doesn't matter if I remember it tomorrow, even though it passed yesterday, that's information that I'm able to process at that time. Did you know that? Which is why we're not to call people dumb and fool, and all those kinds of derogatory terms, because we process data that is stored. You ever look at the brain and say, what a magnificent looking organ? Man, the brain. But guess what? We download all what we hear and stuff differently, what we see differently. You'd be amazed. You did human and social bio? Go back, go check. So hi everybody, welcome. It's now 2 minutes to the hour of 6 o'clock, and I'll be here with you until 7 o'clock. And I do have newscast for you. Chris Wilby should be joining me this afternoon, and I'm hoping that he will be, because that's what we do on a Monday. So hello, hello. Ryan, how are you? Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. Don't forget, you can always call, say hello, spread a good word, say something good about somebody, reach out and touch and be nice. So how many of you, like myself, are tuned into the Tokyo 2020, staged in 2021 Olympics? Well, I can tell you, I downloaded the NBC app on, what is it called? Yes, NBC Sports app on my phone. And I've been able to lay in my bed, because, the time difference, and watch the especially track and field. I think the games come alive when it's track and field time, wouldn't you say? We don't want to do anything before then. We just are waiting for the track and field moment. And that's what we have been doing, enjoying it. So news coming up in a few minutes, keeping you in the know with news happenings and facts. And just saying that we are in a good place at this time in our lives. We are, those of you who've had children and you're so grateful for your children are doing well. Those of you who are still having some challenges with your children, it's been difficult. And it's almost like you're wondering, what did you do? Why you end up with these children? Because a lot of you ask that kind of question. You'd say, is what me do is some sin me did commit? Why my children are so difficult? But don't worry. Give them time. Be there for them. Give them time. I do believe my very special party on a Monday is on the line with me. His name is Chris Wilby. Hello. Chris Wilby. Happy emancipation to you, Chris Wilby. What you up to? But because they taught me the word, I use the one that I know.
You have your president coming up one year and the other for this one. I
Mhm.
don't know if I got you, I got you before.
Oh,
Public, let's go down to
I hear that, and I'm here reveling in the moment. Okay. Mhm. Happy Monday, Chris Wilby.
I like this shirt.
You see my shirt. You see my logo.
Yeah, yeah, it's a shirt out wonderful.
No, mine. It's not my fault why you not coming. To the point where I placed 2 phone calls just to verify. Just saying. Mhm.
Where are you, lady?
It's a good day. So I was kind of mashed up, you know. I had a I don't know, a sinus something from my right side of my nostril to over there, so pain. But anyway, I can tell you that I went to bed somewhat tipsy Thursday night. I went home, I tip and did all kind of stuff. When I wake up Friday morning, I was kind of sway.
You're, you're a hangover.
I was I was sway like. And then I had to, yeah, but thankfully it's better. Yesterday the pain was still there, but today thankfully it's gone. So I guess, but I'm fine. How are you? What you have to report over there?
I know, right? Just do. Uh, good.
Yes.
Weather is nice and my kind of weather will not be for the 80s and 90s. That's
Mhm.
right. But we're doing fine.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, I tell you what, it hasn't been that bad for the past several days. It really hasn't. I cannot say anything overly negative. It really hasn't been as bad. Mhm. So I'm going to say
And
I'm grateful.
I heard that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it.
You are going to miss. But then you can watch online, remember? We'll be
Yeah,
carrying
you
it.
know, it's just not the same. I can watch online and I will,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just not the same as being here in the moment, you know?
Oh, I understand. Because you want to be there and feel the vibe and interview the people like you always do.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. But, I will boss up and send picture. I'll send you a picture and say, look at what you're
I would like to
missing.
see it.
Yeah, and I'll just put a footnote. Look at what you're missing.
Much more to see.
Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keeping You in the Know with News, Happenings, and Facts. I do apologize this afternoon. I will not be airing or introductory track for this afternoon, Chris. So we will just merge right into our headlines and so much to talk about. Track and field, Tokyo happening, and all of that good stuff. So, mhm.
Wildcott.
So go ahead. Welcome everyone to Keeping You in the Know with News, Happenings, and Facts. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. Don't forget you may call and have a discussion with us based on the headlines that we present here this afternoon. First up, Chris Wilby.
Good afternoon, once again, lady. Good afternoon to everyone listening. Strong Republican Networks. This is news that the tourists with news coming out of the Olympics. She was on the brink of the historic third 100-meter gold medal in the last 4 Olympic Games. She had already taken time off her career to be a child, returned to film her third gold at the World Championships, and have become the second fastest woman in history earlier this year with a 10.2 speed dropping. And on Saturday night inside the Olympic Stadium in Tokyo, Japan, she found her compatriot and defending 100-meter gold medalist in Thompson area in unbeatable conditions. She ran through the prize, doing this to finish second in 10.74 seconds with another Jamaican Chaser Jackson completing a speed at the proven 58 minutes in a personal best
10 from 70 seconds. Further price was disappointed that great work for the success of our contract. I felt really disappointed that when the feeling and at the lines of prayer is always good and that we come tonight. But I'm still very grateful to be able to make a final and to be able to stand on the podium at my theater and begins. So putting it into perspective, I'm really grateful for the opportunity that I had tonight with the friends to acknowledge that past times were accepted based on what we could from the previous day's activities. From the beat, I knew it was going to be a fast race. It was just after this appeared for anything that I'm really excited that female sprinting is growing to another level. And that's truly remarkable. And it speaks to the depth that we have in terms of females and the early have to show up and be ready. So I'm grateful to give that God has given me, which was on display tonight. I'm really ready to talk about that. I'm still excited that I walked away with a game with another medal. And through the price, the 2008, 2012 Olympic Winter Olympic Games gold medal is happy to have been a leader among Jamaica's women's sprinters who continue to enrich its legacy. The legacy that we have in Jamaica is incredible, and I'm hoping that no matter what happens, that our athletes can draw inspiration from whomever. Jamaica stepping down from a quarter mile to the sprint from the Wayne Remington Olympic record from my first coming to my fourth Olympic Games, whatever it is, I'm hoping that Jamaican athletes will draw inspiration from that. I always think about that ability, but I have to be able to come out here and give him the glory for the Christ and the
Once again, police personnel have been accused of infringing on the rights of a member of the Rastafarian faith, the latest being the alleged trimming of a 19-year-old woman who was held at the Four Parts police station in Clarendon a few days ago. The incident comes as Jamaica celebrates 183 years of emancipation, and with many Jamaicans expressing the view that they do not feel the mental shackles of the country's colonial past have been eradicated. The woman, Nzinga King, and her mother, Shirley McIntosh, have put out a video detailing what they claim occurred at the police station and have called for the intervention of Prime Minister Andrew Holness as they believe the king's religious and human rights were violated. McIntosh told the Gleaner that her daughter was held at the police station from Thursday, July 22 to Monday, July 26. She said that the ordeal arose from an incident that occurred a few days prior while King was on her way home from nursing school. She was in a taxi, and there was a young man in the taxi who wasn't wearing any mask, and they, the police, were trying to get him out of the taxi until he punched one of them, according to McIntosh. The policeman resorted to pepper spray, and they started an heated argument between she, the daughter, and the police officer, an upset McIntosh said. At the end of it, King was charged with disorderly conduct on July 22 and was placed before the court. Both the mother and daughter contend that while being processed to be placed in a cell, King was trimmed by a female corporal. Upon paying the fine ordered by the court, McIntosh went to collect King from the police station. And I quote, "When me go for the little girl, me I say, how them a take so long to bring her out?" The policewoman say, "See the little girl there," unquote. Me I say that this can't be the little girl because my daughter has locks, so I don't know who this little girl is. Them cut off her hair, bald off her locks, and she looked like someone that was mad, unquote, the mother said. Quote, "She told me the corporal cut off her locks, and I asked her what the inspector said. Rather, what the inspector woman said," McIntosh remarked, recounting that a female inspector was also on duty when her daughter was taken to the station. She said when the lady corporal brought her to the bathroom, and she was there for a while, the inspector came to see what was happening. When the inspector opened the door and saw what was happening, she asked her, the corporal, "Why are you cutting the little girl here? Who gave her permission?" And she said the woman, corporal, only hissed her teeth, McIntosh claimed. I asked her if she didn't resist, and she said when she asked the corporal why she was cutting her hair, the woman just spun her around and told her to stop chat and finish cutting off the rest of her hair, McIntosh said. Head of the police Area 3, Assistant Commissioner Michael Smith, told the Gleaner the matter is being investigated. I was made aware of the information through social media. We have to do our investigations to concretize whether or not something has happened, and we are awaiting the feedback from the investigation, he said. Pressed on whether the act of processing an individual entails any physical element that would see the person being showered or shaved, Smith said the procedure is that when someone is taken into custody, they are processed to ensure that safety and security is maintained, and the things that are not to go inside the cells are not brought there. When that process is completed, the person is placed in a cell, he said. Head of the Police Corporate Communications Unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, also gave a cautious response to the same question, stating that the situation depends on what amenities are available at the police station. I don't know what shaving is. Let me read that again for you. I don't know that shaving is a part of the standard protocol. If you have the facility there, they can be showered to get to wash their hair, Lindsay said. Because of COVID-19, in order to protect inmates that are already in custody, sanitization is a big part of what happens, Lindsay said. Asked whether the female corporal has been suspended to facilitate the investigation, she said no action would have been taken as yet.
National champion Megan Chapel smashed a surprising bronze medal in the 100-meter hurdles at the Tokyo Olympics, running 12.5 seconds in the finals to become the first ever Jamaican medal winner in the event at the Olympics. Chapel was drawn in lane 9 and flew from the road line over the last two barriers. The Belgian was Toby Amusen, who ran 12.6 milliseconds. The Jamaican teammate of Virginia Anderson, who ran a personal best of 12.4 milliseconds to the semifinals, finished in 8th place in 13.44 seconds. The Jamaican Jasmine Camacho ran in 12.37 seconds, with World Record Ginger Harrison of the USA second with 12.5 seconds.
And more news for you. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, says that preparations are in high gear to mark the country's 60th anniversary of independence in 2022. We are already on our way with the Jamaica 60 logo, which was selected through a competition, she said in a video message aired at the National Emancipation and Independence Thanksgiving service yesterday at Portmore Gospel Assembly in St. Catherine. She, at the same time, made a special appeal for Jamaicans to observe the novel coronavirus protocols and get vaccinated to assist the country's recovery. And I quote, "We have the vaccines in place. Wear your masks, keep your distance, sanitize, and prepare for a big and great celebration next year, 2022, unquote, she said. Meanwhile, the minister hailed the courage and resilience of Jamaicans, noting that the country has been blessed by many achievements. Despite the setback, it has been difficult for all of us, but we cannot deny that there are some that have felt it harder than others. I want to recognize the courage and resilience displayed by so many," she stressed. The minister also used the occasion to laud the athletes competing in the Tokyo Olympics in Japan. The virtual service was held under the theme Jamaica 59 Stronger Together.
Reverend Court Morgan, the police of the retired chaplain for the Police Bureau 1 Division, has taken a parting shot at the police high command, saying the organization is guilty of not treating new recruits and junior police officers well. Well, the reviews and benefits for the franchises who are oftentimes called upon to work long hours under challenging conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, that is happening in our young men and women, to our young men and women rather, in the police force is a very serious matter. They need to be paid better. They need to be respected more, said workers. We provided spiritual guidance and counseling to firefighters who were in Jamaica for 22 years. They need to be paid better by the government and they need to be respected more by the high command. Because these are the people who get the job done at the levels. He was speaking at a ceremony put on by the Area 1 chapter of the Retired Police Officer Association in Mozambique. According to Waters, neither the Jamaica Constabulary Force nor the government is increasing the contributions of the 105 members of the force previously. The second thing that I want to see happening in the Jamaica Constabulary Force is for the government and the high command to take the juniors seriously than workers. I believe that the men and women who are enlisted in the Jamaica Constabulary Force are resourceful people. They are hard workers and they are dedicated to their work. Just last week, 105 members of Batch 123 who were temporarily transferred from federal religion to support anti-crime efforts in St. James claimed they were practically thrown out of the Timor Christian Center, which served as their living quarters. Subsequently, the complaint by the state policemen, the High Command denied their claim, saying they were asked to find private accommodation and were being paid under the Housing Development Act to $8,000. However, one government grant project was served as a district council for almost 10 years before becoming a council for the agreement that was requested to be sent back to the Stone Parish was denied, leaving him stuck in St. James. I am disappointed because I assured my family that I would be coming home in 2 weeks, and it is now almost 3 years the policeman failed to do that. We know what we were to do, but as district constables, we will have established homes and our families. So, although I am getting more than when I was at PCU, I think I exceeded my salary. By the new recruits and junior officers, Rogers is calling on former members of the Retired Police Officers Association to become a support structure for these officers by serving as members to them.
And continuing the news. And finally, at 19 minutes after 6 o'clock, good afternoon to everyone tuning in. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez, alongside Chris Wilby of Caribbean Vibes Radio. 81-year-old diabetic amputee Castell Cunningham and his wife Millicent Clark, who suffers from hypertension, are among 110 people afflicted with lifestyle diseases to benefit from iDoc Health Club's multi-million-dollar healthcare intervention. The iDoc Concierge Wellness Services Initiative, which was launched last Tuesday in Montego Bay, will see the group of private doctors spending approximately $7 million to provide access to healthcare for hundreds who are unable to afford it. The prospective recipients between 2 and 90 years old with diagnosed with various chronic medical conditions will get unlimited telemedicine consultation, doctor's visit for a year, access to a fitness and nutrition program, discounts at pharmacies and laboratories, and access to the 24-hour support center for emergency and medical queries. On average, we spend $20,000 per month for doctor and medication. Cunningham, who had a medicine chest packed with different boxes of the prescription items he has to use monthly, unable to move from his bed to his wheelchair because of weight gain associated with his sedentary living, Cunningham said this intervention, which includes a nutrition program, could not have come at a better time. Clark, who says her husband is also seeing signs of kidney disease, noted that he had been complaining of uncontrolled hypertension in recent weeks, and she herself does not have control of her eating habits, even though she has diabetes. The two, who reside in Quarry Heights, of the Salt Spring Road will start receiving the medical benefits on August 3. Dr. Sheridan Lee, managing director at IDOC, told the Gleaner, noted that of the 110 club members from Western Jamaica, 10 will be assisted by way of hernia repair surgery at a value of $1.2 million. A medical doctor who has offices in Negril, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay said the aim is to utilize pooled funds from the health club towards building in house hospital facilities that are for the people, made possible by the people, affordable renal dialysis units, and oncology and cardiology centers. The reality is that healthcare is an expensive commodity, and at this point, our free healthcare system is underfunded and overburdened, Dr. Lee said. Unfortunately, Jamaica has only two healthcare arms, either the private or public sector healthcare system. In their present incarnation, neither one is currently ideal for the masses. Now is the time for an alternative. The health club, she said, will afford members the benefits they can't afford otherwise. Imagine a Jamaica where you don't have to sit in a chair for days if you can't afford a whopping hospital bill, where one doesn't have to cut down the number of dialysis for the week because money has run out, where a loved one doesn't die because they can't afford the appropriate chemotherapy drug, she told guests during the launch of the health club. Health club card members will pay a $500 for a doctor's fee, while an X-ray rather will cost $1,000, the IDOC managing director stated. Mr. Wilby? Okay. Yes, yeah, that is, yeah, it is finally. Yes, that's okay. That, no, that is fine. I did say finally, and I see a call coming in, so let me acknowledge our caller. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Keeping You in the Know. Hello.
Good evening to you, my lady.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Life is good with no sense complaint.
That's right. Have you been able to hear Mr. Welby? Because I am broadcasting, from a different angle this evening, so I'm not too.
Yes, I respond to your statement. Everything is good. I could be able to tell you fine.
Oh.
In the northeast.
Okay.
Showing up on us all good and cool today.
Yes, absolutely.
Even a couple of months and here, people are saying, we remember we're going to call him and ask him in a few months and how is things up there?
That's right. On our Emancipation Day, August 2, we can go back and say, remember when.
I can't believe that really lady could hear that Jamaica have to have it bad with that falling. Nobody thinks the food in that country come on.
If nobody what?
Eat the food of that country anymore.
Yes.
When I hear about that, you sense of putting up all over Jamaica, it's reminding me of the ground.
Mm-hmm. When
Gone down there, nobody puts the cut on anymore. And for me, nobody turns to processed food.
Yes, because it's interesting you said that because the lady, now we know that poverty also causes, right? If you are really bad off, you eat what you can to survive. And in a lot of instances, it's not the healthy foods that people are able to afford. So whether it's the excess starch or the excess sugar and salt, all the things that we know, when they are broken down in the body and not in the right way, things happen to you. And she said that, she's not able to eat right. In other words, she admitted that what she's eating is pretty much not good for her. But here you have an organization, I believe, who they have to start out with 110 people. I mean, I'm sure they would be overwhelmed if they attempted to do even more. But it is a start because, yes, we operate in two extremities in Jamaica. It's either public or private, there's no in between. The days, yes, sir.
I don't mean to cut you, and it angers me. And my family will always say, oh, you forget about Jamaica. The thing that I keep on talking about and asking the question, what are the government doing with these companies who are here in Jamaica, JPS, and all these big companies that come into the country, drain the resources, and just leave? This is another hated situation. And nothing is being done with that up. Most of these little companies do not have anybody in America to beg them $50. They don't have nobody to beg them $50. What is the government doing with the resources of the country pertaining to the people who don't have nobody in America?
Right.
We can send barriers, we can send money Western Union, we can do anything about them.
Mr. Wilby, since I've already made my opening sentence, do you have any input on this, Chris?
Well, I'm kind of in between, both of you really. It's a bad situation. And I don't know. I really don't. I'm at that point, where I'm not sure the government. I don't when I think government, I mean, we're not talking about I'm not sure that they have the resources. I am at that point. I may be wrong. I don't know. I just do not believe that the country has the resources.
Healthcare.
But I don't need to cut it, guys. But where are these projects coming from? Setting up shop.
So,
Using my location as your favorite destination to make your foreign dollar. And now this is your suffering. Why? What is all these work working on all these foreigners? You from Dominica, pouring into my country, setting up shop, making millions of dollars building with the government. So we say, people of the same country, why can't the government turn to these people? You have to give these poor communities something back before you leave. You can't just come strictly with the money. They come and buy your shoes, they buy your socks, they buy your flour, they buy they just can't give them back. What are you giving back to these poor people?
so the dialogue does not include them giving back. The dialogue is about investing in the country. If I am an investor, I see Jamaica as prime land to build. I am thinking of the community tourism, as not even the community tourism, international tourism as my niche market. So I am not thinking, and I'm just telling you that when people are deliberating, if that is not a part of the discussion, it is not going to be a part of it. They are not going to be asked to give back anything, nothing like that. They come in, they build, tourists come in, they are locals of the upper echelon of the society who are able to go to these hotels as well every weekend. Some people gone off, in Jamaica. So again, we operate we talk about middle class and low income and upper class. And we have to be real. When I was growing up, I'll be acknowledging our caller in a few. When I was growing up, we had community health centers in communities, right? Invariably, did you have to go to your main hospital in your major town unless you were really, really sick? But you would run up there, your nurse is there, and she would give you the band-aid or the cough syrup or what have you, and everybody was fine. Things have since escalated. People are not eating well enough. So our lifestyle is a problem. And now we are in a more chronic situation. People having more diseases that some of them they can't even figure it out until when it's so far gone. So it's a really, really complex and very hard situation to give a response to. So while we are concerned, yes, Ryan, you have a very valid reason to be wondering why we are having so many investors and less hospitals being built, conversation to build hospitals or additional health centers. Because right now, my organization that I work for, we are adopting a clinic in Gordon Town in St. Andrew. The MOU is going to be signed next week. Why? Because we hear of this clinic and knowing what we do, we decided to adopt this clinic because there is a list from which you can adopt. And we chose the Gordon Town Health Center. And we have already shipped off the barrels and the container went and everything that the health center needs because people in that area need it. That the route to get to that hospital was cut off with landslide when they had the major rainfall several months ago. So, there's a whole lot of moving parts that we don't see with our own eyes because we are not there. And there are people who are trying, but I'm telling you, people getting sick every day in droves. And it's not just since the COVID-19 came about. People have been there just sick or amputations, all kinds of things are happening. So yes, if the conversation is not held, not had, that can somebody come build something? It's not gonna work.
My company was given, I work for a humongous company here, and my company was given 100 years of tax paper in that country. And I said to myself, goodness me, how many 100 years of tax paper? And what is gonna happen?
Mhm.
So, why you see all these places given to these companies?
It's business. It's business, Ryan.
I become the multi-millionaire tomorrow, then I have to go back to my church and other hospital, and everybody go back to their partner. What the government is responsible for? If I'm going to take on the police station, the fire, and the hospital, next thing I'm going to take on doctors and teachers. What this government is responsible for?
All right. So hold your thought. I thank you for your input always. There is, I believe I have someone else on the line. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome. How are you? Welcome to Keeping You in the Know. Hello. All right. Someone is trying to get on, and each time I respond, they disappear. 914-600-4228. Mr. Wilby.
Yes, I somewhat agree with some of the things that were called. Now, the other thing that we must consider is that an investor or an entrepreneur, they are in the future.
Absolutely.
It's a case like that. They are in the business of creating money. They are responsible for themselves and their family. Those are the people who we are responsible to take care of their investors, their families, and stuff like that. So it is all the whole thought, to say where the investor can give back. And it is nice when they give back. However, every investor, every entrepreneur, when they're doing the business, they are obligated to make as much money as possible for themselves, their families, and whoever is investing in the business.
Right. Because it usually is a group of people.
Right. So that's it. I agree with that. Maybe the government can, the agreement that they are going into, maybe the government needs to relatively, make it a little bit more stringent so that you can do something more for the country. But the government is running the contract,
Wow.
Very lenient.
There you go.
I don't know. So we don't really know.
Yeah, because if a,
Because you contractor.
no,
We don't know what is there on the actual road. We don't know how lenient it is. We don't know how strict it is. We don't know if the government is getting up with deal and just wondering among the hour. So it's a good discussion to have. It is good to it's putting it out here into the public domain so that we just have a conversation so that people just have asked you comments. You know what I mean? What are you doing? What's happening? How are you coming into what are they doing? What are the terms of the contract and stuff like that?
well, I mean, realistically, every any investor who wants to invest in your property, you think about the high levels of the real estate. If you are not interested in healthcare, you are not going to have that discussion. It is not going to be a part of your plan. They're not there to have health related stuff. It's a very genuine concern that he has raised. I'm only saying,
Mhm.
if I'm an investor and I'm only into real estate, I am not taking on healthcare. I will say that's for the other people who are interested in that.
Mhm.
You follow?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let's see who is on the line with us. Finish your trend of thought. I want to acknowledge a
Yeah,
call.
and that's why I say, the investors, they are looking out for themselves. And when they come into the country, remember that they produce jobs for the local.
There
So
you
I
go.
think that is one of
The trade-off.
concerns
Mm.
of the government. When they come in, they say, okay, we are coming in and we are going to be putting up shop, we're going to be employing such and such amount of people and,
Mhm.
this is policies going to help the community and stuff like that. So,
Mhm. Yes. Let's take a call. Good afternoon. Welcome to Keeping You in the Know.
good afternoon, Lady B.
Well, hello, Miss Gloria. Sounding nice and perky today. How are you? Well?
I'm not too bad. Good afternoon, Mr. Wilby. Hi, Maria. Yes, as Mr. The caller was saying,
Mm-hmm.
then the government need to go back to the drawing table because things have been going downhill. And if the Jamaicans don't have a cousin, auntie, or uncle to send me to send them something by Western Union, they die in the hallway of the hospital. So they're out there and people are complaining. They see on the news, they demonstrate for water, for light, for everything. And they're not seeing anything and see that they're doing something not connecting. Because those people who don't have any help from abroad, they're gonna die.
Mm-hmm. Which people have died?
They have to get something. And you know, when we can do it, there is sick. Some of them don't want to work. When I was born, people can't feel. They used to give my dad days and things like that, and we eat food from the field.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? They need to go back. I heard something on this Facebook station. The lady, either she did surgery or have a baby, and after the public hospital, they were setting containers to catch water where the bed was. And things have been going down and down and down. Come on, somebody needs to see something they live out here. When many people are dead, it's terrible. How bad? It's not fair to them. Because those who don't have help from abroad, oh my God.
All right, Chris, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I'm saying that people are talking because there are some shows in Jamaica that hear these calls on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like that. It is being shown on other topics or anything. It is out here and people are calling and talking and hearing this.
Yes.
They're not
Absolutely.
listening. Come on, people need help. And it's not everybody.
And
They can't call and tell me something.
I hear you, Gloria. We hear you. But again, as Chris says,
Okay.
like we have talk shows here and across the world where you have the diaspora, the Jamaican diaspora, who are concerned about their homeland. You do have talk shows, and there are people who are airing their grouse every day. There are talk show hosts who have programs that are connected, closely connected to the ministries there. They have the minister of whether it's education or ministry of health and so on, who are appearing on their programs. People are able to call in, air their views. Even the prime minister had a segment where people could call and air their grouse.
Getting more, every day. It's not changing. They're not making any progress. It's just going downhill, downhill, downhill.
I do believe, I cannot say that there isn't any progress. What I can say is that because the situation has escalated so much, they are not able, the resources are not there, both in personnel and in finance, is not there, or it's not being allocated properly, right, to take care of the health sector. Minister Tufton is working his team, trying their best, but then came COVID. So that has just shifted literally everything else that they were thinking of doing that were in the pipeline. Because now people started to die and all kinds of things happening. They had to shift focus. So you know, thank you. I hear how distressed you are. We don't we don't mean to distress. Yes, I understand. But you know, it's 6:40. Thank you. 6:43 p.m. Good afternoon to everyone. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. I thank those of you who are on the Inside the Zone YouTube channel. I hope that you're hearing us nice and clear over there, because I have to be broadcasting directly from my device. But, you know, the show must go on. Inside the Zone is brought to you by Universal Document Solution, Inc. And Mr. Powell is a genius at what he does. You need your passport, birth certificates, etc. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. What time is it, we say? It is now 6:44 p.m.
At Universal Document Solution, Inc., we are the best in resolving your passport, birth certificate, and driver's license needs. But that's not all we have to offer. Our services also include marriage certificates, late entry of name, late registration, deed poll, preparing immigration forms, notary public services, and other specialized documents designed to meet your needs. UDS is at 4225 Monticello Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10466. Our friendly and courteous staff is ready and waiting. So pick up the phone. Don't delay. Call us at 914-384-4903 or 914-361-9466. Also visit our website at www.udssolution.com or email xfile473@gmail.com. Universal Document Solution, Inc. No hassle. We do it all for you.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1892 Near Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
6:46 p.m. Welcome back, everyone. Keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts, alongside Chris Wilby of Caribbean Vibes Radio. My name is Denise Lady D, Gomez. Our telephone number is 914 600 4228. 914 600 4228. We've heard the concerns of those who are concerned about what's going on in Jamaica. Chris, I just wanted to touch a lighter topic about the exceptionally good job that Sharika Jackson, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, and Elaine Thompson Hera did in the 100 meters at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Don't forget, it's the 2020 Olympics that they are staging here in 2021. And I have been watching, paying attention. And what was your take on this 100 meters win, Chris?
I did not think so. Yeah.
Nobody
I not
did.
see the triple.
Yeah.
I saw the triple,
Mm-hmm.
but I did not see this coming. And a lot of people were thinking that Shelly and Fraser Price was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had my doubts. I know that she was going to be up here, but I was kind of feeling realistic.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that we have to lose again, it just does not get any better.
Then that, I tell you.
I heard people talking about the rivalry and, the this and that. It's a competition.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what I say, I say, listen, it's a competition and everybody wants to be first.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a snap. Even if it looks like
Well, here's my thing.
over.
Here's my take. Here's my take that I told my aunt, what I saw.
Mhm.
All right. So I saw all three heats, right, for the 100. I saw the semifinal for the 100 with the women. And I said, fine. Over the years, they have learned how to space themselves, right? But ensuring that they qualify. Because I was an athlete, so I know how this thing goes. But when I saw Elaine's semifinal, I said she cruised through it, but I saw her form. I saw her endurance. I thought she had way more left in her when she was done with the race. So I said to myself, she seemed to be in really good shape. That was my analysis of her semifinal. Then came the actual final day. And I realized that Shelly Ann Fraser Price did not have much left in her, to the point where if they were to have gone, say, 10 more meters, Sharika would have come second. Elaine still would have been first. And who knows what would have happened to Shelly. I saw her.
Right.
She was maybe winded. I don't know what it was, but she could not go much further than that. And you could see that there was some tactical application in Elaine Thompson Hera's winning and what she did and how she did it. Underdogs are always, because over the years, people have always had something to say. But I believe Elaine went in that race to win, and she know when she was going to do what and how she was going to do it. They all did, everybody in that race. But that was my take, because when I saw Sharika, I said, have mercy. If they had a little more to go, Sharika could have come second.
Quick question though. Let me agree if what's your name? The young American sprinter here, Sharika.
You mean the one got with the
Right. What do they need? Because I am a blessing there. And she did in the race.
it would have been more competition.
A world record
Yep.
There would have been a very reform because I believe she would have pushed
Elaine. Mm-hmm.
Right, because I don't believe that really had everybody pushing her because I think that she moved up at the end there.
As well. But she did. Yeah, but then she did the record anyway.
Yeah, she did the Olympic record.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, I don't know how she would have gotten a world record.
Mm-hmm. You know, in these things here, I keep telling people, Chris, always expect the unexpected. You can be doing well all season, and boops, something happen, and you just underperform and underperform, to the world stage. A quick, my last comment on this, because I know, Pat, are you on the line? All right, so let me just make a quick comment. When people say that, the response to Elaine's winning by both young women, especially Shelly Ann, I said to my aunt that number one, when they all crossed the line, Elaine was ecstatic. She on the ground, she doing her thing. Then she ended up stooping, right? Shelly goes over, and Elaine's head was still bent. And I think she winded and just enjoying the moment. She didn't really get up. And I don't know if Shelly Ann going over to her meant an embrace, or she simply patted her because of the posture that she was in. Because she wasn't standing up. If she was standing and she went over and there was still that little, yeah, you win, pat kind of thing, then everybody, you follow. But the lady down there on the ground, bending down, they don't have a lot of time to be there, in that moment of grandeur, because the marshals are saying you need to get your mask, you need to sanitize your hand, and you need to get up the steps, if you notice. So there wasn't much of anything to go on there. That's my take. Now, Pat, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, ladies, and good evening, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in addition to the conversation, yeah, I believe that Sharian was overly confident because we are being the number one person. But we see where Elaine, she studied Sharian's strategy.
I think
and
so.
she was able to move ahead. So she now became the confident one because she's saying, yes, if Sharian is need to be number one, I'm going to show her that I can surpass her. And sure enough, Chris, it's Sharita, the American young lady who was disqualified. If she was in the race, I would have been something else. Because Sharita, she fell. The American girl who was disqualified, she fell, and they would be able to push each other. And so, I'm very happy for Elaine. And Elaine was just in her moment. She was in the element. I mean, I guess, having a little talk within her head saying to herself, I'm going to push Shelly out. And here she did push. And she, became number one. Now, Shelly Ann, I don't think she was very happy that Elaine won.
No.
I don't think so. But,
Yeah, understood. Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm very happy that all three came in. And I saw something posted up on social media which says Jamaica's phone number is no longer.
It's 123.
123.
I saw that. I'm like, people are so creative, boy. Yes. Yes, I posted that one yesterday. Yes, yes, yes.
Because, 1, 2, 3, they came in all at the same time. So let's hope we will bring some kind of positiveness to our country. Number one, number two now, healthcare is so expensive. We see people
in the United States, healthcare is a challenge. So I can just imagine how difficult it is for people in Jamaica. But where investment is concerned, let's hope and pray that whatever is being sent down to Jamaica, that it will be able to reach the people and they will get it in good faith because we see oftentimes, when good people try to do good, I would end up turning, the opposite way. The government sometimes they apprehend the stuff that is being sent down there. They want you to pay taxes on your own backyard. And so the poor folks are still, being the underdog. So let's hope and pray that whatever we do, it will go in good faith and, the poor people will still get some help because, even if you're a diabetic and if you have hypertension, you want to be on one of those machines, they don't have that availability and it's very, very difficult. So
Yes.
let's just put our hearts and our minds together and just pray and hope that, one day we will be able to help a lot of these folks who are so underprivileged and underprivileged.
Yes.
Financially, emotionally, psychologically, physically, financially, and spiritually.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Pat. All right. We appreciate you. Thanks. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, welcome. Bye-bye.
So, Chris, I also have to acknowledge my little Energizer Bunny Spitfire on the track over the hurdle, Megan Tapper, because she came third. She got her bronze medal. I saw her in her heat and semi, and I'm like, oh my God, what a little person, full of life. She is just bursting, and she stretched because, she's short in stature. Everybody else is towering over her. And though she has this speed, because speed helps in hurdling if you're fast. So if you have taller people with longer legs, if you are fast, you're still able to measure up. And I saw her stretching her body yesterday. And they were all waiting to see, the final results. You could see that she was anxious. Everybody was anxious, but she came third, and I'm thankful for that. I cannot tell you, maybe somebody can tell me whatever happened to Johan Blake, why he came sixth. Lord have mercy. Johan did fine in his heat. Then came the semis. Because these sportscasters, they know the history of all the athletes, they have done their research and so on. They're able to, speak about them. They have their blurbs and things ready to talk about them. And they're talking about Johan and so on. And the expectation that they thought he was going to do well. I sat there saying, come on now, Johan, let's see. Let's get into the final. He started out like a burst of lightning. And then all of a sudden, I just saw it coming like wind. The others were just passing him. And he held on and came in sixth. We thank him for his efforts, but I just wondered what happened there. Don't know if we can answer the question. God, Jesus.
And you were saying, there's no one there is gonna medal. And I said, do it. He said something about him competing and producing level like Hussein. I said, listen, we're not talking about Hussein. Don't call you and me because
Oh dear Lord. Yeah, but I'm sorry he didn't qualify for the but I still, when I saw it, even yesterday I played it back because again I download the NBC app on my phone so I can actually watch at my leisure kind of thing. And I said, what on earth happened to you? That's all I know. But it's now 7 o'clock, Chris Welby, and I believe we had a nice, engaging afternoon. What do you think?
So absolutely. Thanks once again, ladies and thanks to all the listeners and all those who participated looking forward to being back here next week. And thanks. It's all over again.
All right. Blessings, Chris Welby. Thanks to everyone for tuning in here to Inside the Zone, the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. We had a good afternoon, didn't we? Yes. And I thank my YouTubers for sticking and staying with me. Sometimes it's a challenge, but I hold up. I hold up. You all know I'm a resilient one. Thank you so much. Thanks to Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, and Universal Document Solution Inc. Get your passports, your birth certificates, all your needs. Mr. Exdal Powell will do an exceptionally good job. Can I use that word over and over? Yes, Mr. Powell, he's good. And someone reached out to me and said, Lady D, I know someone who needs his help. Please, can I get the information again? And I passed it on. So I need to follow up to find out if he has since received another call. But thanks to those of you who have made contact with him. Don't forget, I'll be back on Thursday. Fun in the Sun is Saturday, August 7th. I'll be here on Thursday to do my Fun in the Sun show. Stay with me always here on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. As always, love yourselves, love your children. And remember, in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. A lot of love and blessings to you. Mwah. I'm out of here. Bye, everyone.